Low-budget filmmaking is what we see in developing countries, and it's very important for us to know how to manage resources. My name is Dennis Ijogu, and I'm a producer, scriptwriter, director, and a voiceover artist, and I'll be sharing with you tips on how to achieve successful low-budget filmmaking.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to the Film Fix Club. We've got a very interesting topic today, which is the monologue. And most actors, when you ask them to send a monologue, they're not too sure about what you're looking for. And it's because somewhere along the line, people don't have a clear-cut idea of what the monologue should entail. Some people feel it's just the video of themselves talking and trying to get the script itself. But behind the script given to you, there's a science which you need to interpret. So I'm going to be sharing with you some secrets that you should take heed to, some things that you should watch out for when you're putting your monologue together. So the first thing on your mind is you need to express yourself. You need to express yourself according to the script. The emphasis on the script is very important. If the script has been sent to you, the first thing you do is look at the script and ask yourself, how do I express myself through the script? Because it's beyond just reading something out. And so it has a lot of things, a lot of emotional intelligence, I would say, that you need to apply. In addition, you don't have to be too emotional, too expressive. You don't have to be too loud when you're doing a monologue because you feel, oh, that would get everybody excited. No.
A good monologue is not about how loud or aggressive you are, but rather how do you use your voice and action expressions to express the script. If you need to shout, it should be for a reason, and the reason must follow the script, not for you to add to the excitement by shouting. If you need to smile, cry or laugh, do it under the control or guidance of the script. Gone are the days of good acting being seen as how emotional you are. Yes, you'll get some jobs, but if you wish to get exceptional jobs, you need to have control and be guided. The director and producer should know that you're someone that follows the script. If you do beyond the script, then you might have a bit of a problem on the production set. So don't get too excited when you're doing a monologue. Your being overexcited could show that you're really a novice and you don't know exactly what the character is about. So be guided by the script.
A lot of times, people that do such don't really get the main roles. If you're too loud, too excited, too emotional in the monologue, it simply means that you're trying to hide something. The real deal is for you to, in a very calm way, get the script and be able to interpret it properly. A very important question you ask yourself is, what does this man need from me? This script. What does this woman need from me? The script writer, what do they need from the script? What are they trying to say? Some people will tell you that the script sent to you for the monologue is an excerpt of the larger picture. And so it's difficult for you to interpret what exactly is needed. You don't have the Bible, the character Bible and all that. So it's difficult for an actor to say exactly what is needed. Now, there are two sides to it. I will say that before you give someone a script, speaking to scriptwriters, directors, and producers, is to make sure that you have the script being more explanatory with regards to what is expected from the actors. Because sometimes the actors just go ahead and do what they feel they should do on the script for a monologue without realizing that there's actually a pattern they should follow. Something must have happened before then. If it's a script of a larger, if it's some lines of a larger script, some must have happened before then. They need to understand the character Bible of the personality they're dealing with, which will help them carry out the monologue properly. So on the other hand, I'll actually say that I'll advise that if you're going to give out a script as a director, scriptwriter, producer to an actor, be more specific as regards to what you're looking for. Because I've had cases where I'm also guilty of. I've had cases where I give out scripts for a monologue and the person came out interpreting it in their own way. Now, some people tell that the beauty of it is they want to see the creativity. You don't have to follow one pattern or one pathway in interpreting the script. Yes, you don't have to follow one pathway, but the work of directing and the work of having a script is to have people who are disciplined enough to tune into what it requires and follow that path without having to go the other way. We dealt with that earlier when we talked about what the directors need from the actors, whereby we want a case where the actors are disciplined enough to carry out the role. So if you're going to do your monologue, be disciplined enough to follow and ask yourself, what do the director, the producer, or the scriptwriter need from you, and follow that pattern. Well, one of the hardest things is to lose yourself in the script. It's important for you to know that we don't want any part of who you are. We want to see who we wrote, or the person, the actor, the character express his or herself through you. That's what we're trying to see here. We're not trying to look at you. We're not trying to assess you as a person. Now, what makes you qualified when you send in your monologue, what the director, producer, scriptwriter is looking for is the fact that it was less of you and more of the character. In that way, there's this confidence that, oh, this person will be able to carry it out very well.
Having the right accent is very important in depicting the character. If the character has the way she sounds when she speaks a certain language, please go ahead and imitate that very form. Speaking of accent or diction, quite a number of actors from the developing countries will probably ask you, or will probably feel that you want them to speak with an American accent or with a British accent. No, not necessarily. If the character is a market woman in Africa and she is trying to speak English in the script, there's a way she's going to pronounce her words. They might not be right, but that is really how she will do so in real life. So having the right accent and diction is quite important when you are doing your video monologue. It will help guide you into expressing who the character exactly is.
Now, if the character is known to speak Yoruba, which is a native language in Nigeria, there's some ways that some people speak Yorubas. The traders speak Yorubas different from how the, let's say, the learned people speak Yoruba. So that is very important. If you're going to speak like a market woman, there's a way a market woman speaks. If a market woman tries to speak English, there's a way she'll speak English. So to me, as a director, producer, and a scriptwriter, I look at for the diction. Pronounce it correctly. It might be incorrect generally, but what we need from you is to speak those words that are very natural to the person you're trying to play the role. So if it is someone that has to do it, if it is someone that is like a teacher, there are some ways that African teachers talk. There's some ways they pronounce their words, there's a way they repeat their words and stuff like that. So these are things that we need from you when it has to do with diction.
Thanks for watching. Please click part 2 on how to deliver a great actor's video monologue.